Hey, what's up everyone? I went out to walk the dog in the yard just a little while ago, and I noticed when I went to the front yard and kind of down into it's where I mowed. I didn't mow the field part of the yard, but I mowed because it was way too tall. But I did mow to a certain point. And where I had mowed, now in that mushy dirt, there was a footprint, very, very large footprint, that was a Sasquatch footprint. And I tried my best to video it. My phone would not capture it. I couldn't get the phone to capture this thing. Now, where my foot was this size, probably around this size, and I have a size 13 wide, and my foot went to about right there. That means this thing was huge, and the rest of it went, that means it encompassed all of that, and that for the toes, and then more heel. All of that. I drew what I seen in the dirt. Now, in the dirt, it was like, I can't really describe it. I wish to goodness that this phone would have got a good view of it. But it was inward like that, and then it connected to all of this. I wish I could have actually recorded it. But this is my sketch of it. I wish I could have made a plaster of it. If I knew how to if I could have made a plaster of it, that would have been awesome. It was just one large Sasquatch footprint. You just can't get the full view of it. You might be able to see right there are the toes, and then it goes inward like that. But that was a huge, huge footprint. This is one video where I was trying to show my foot in comparison, but you can't get a good gist of the look of this thing. How large this footprint is. This is me trying to explain it. I have found a Sasquatch footprint. You can see this is let's see. You can see right here there's there's toe prints right there. There's 3 toes, and then it curves upward like that, and then does a curve right here. There's the heel. Right there's the heel. And then it goes upward to make the entire foot right there. To make the entire foot right there. Maybe you can actually see it because I tried to give a picture of it, tried to give a good picture of it as best I could. I tried to do other angles, but it never would capture the full essence of this footprint, this huge footprint. And this is on the opposite side of the yard that of what I would even normally expect the activity, or where I would even be looking. I don't know if you can't really make anything out of that. It was very foggy too. The fog is so thick outside tonight that you can't even see a vehicle until it's right up on you. Definite footprint. Not a shoe print, This is a footprint. I wish I could make a cast of this. This is incredible. Where you could actually see the footprint. I wish you could actually see it clearly. But I mean, it just looks like a pile of grass from this point. But it was a definite footprint, and there's no. I mean, when I saw this, there was no denying it. I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't show up. Maybe it just didn't want to be. I don't know. Maybe it didn't want to show up. But I couldn't get it to show up on recording, no matter what I did. Well, that looks like a face right there. Interesting. But yeah, I wish I could have had a clear view of it on recording. Without evidence, most of the critics would be like, "Oh, this is nothing but just a piece of dirt." No. If you'd seen what I could see in person, there would be no disputing it was a giant footprint, a large footprint, a big footprint. This is documentation for now. That's all. I wish I could have actually shown it, but there was one Bigfoot footprint in my yard, in our yard, in the front yard, which is not usually where not usually where any signs of activity take place. I mean, they've been there. I've heard these beings and these things there, but you wouldn't have seen squat in this fog. But, I mean, even with a camera, you wouldn't have seen anything in this fog. I'll show you what the fog was like. Also, the moon was also, I mean, it should have been full, given the fact it was full this evening. This is the fog tonight. That's not orbs, that's fog. I mean, you couldn't see anything. Except for some reason, right there, when I was looking at that footprint. This is all fog. Kind of strange particle fog, some of it, but sort of mesmerizing. But anyway, yeah. That's tonight's documentation. I witnessed the Sasquatch footprint.